It was a stormy evening, and the world outside the window seemed to mirror the chaos in Maya's mind. She sat at her desk, her head in her hands, surrounded by scattered papers, open books, and unanswered questions. Maya was stuck in a whirlwind of indecision. Should she continue in her high-pressure job or take a leap of faith into the unknown world of entrepreneurship? Her heart said one thing, her mind another, and she felt trapped in the middle. "Why can't I think straight?" she muttered to herself, frustration evident in her voice. Maya had always been logical, relying on science and data for answers. But this time, the cold, hard facts only deepened her confusion. She picked up her phone and called her mentor, Mr. Patel, a man known for his wisdom, both scientific and spiritual. Within moments, his calming voice came through the line. "Maya, the mind is like water," he began. "It becomes clear only when it's still." "But how do I still my mind when I'm drowning in choices?" Maya asked, desperation lacing her words. "Come to my house tomorrow," Mr. Patel replied. "I'll show you how science and faith work together to bring clarity, a journey to clarity." The next morning, Maya arrived at Mr. Patel's home. His study was a blend of modern science and spiritual wisdom. Shelves filled with psychology textbooks and microscopes sat alongside scriptures and meditation bowl. Mr. Patel welcomed her with a warm smile and guided her to a chair. "Let's start with the science," he said, handing her a glass of water and a small box of pebbles. "What's this for?" she asked, intrigued. "This water represents your mind," he explained. "Each pebble is a thought or worry. Drop one in." Maya did as instructed, watching as the first pebble created ripples. "Now drop all of them in." She hesitated, but followed his instructions. The water turned turbulent, rippling wildly until it became cloudy. "This is my mind right now," she said, a wry smile on her face. "Exactly," Mr. Patel replied. "When you overthink, your mind can't process things clearly. Now, let's let it settle." They sat in silence for a few minutes, and gradually, the water began to calm. The pebbles sank to the bottom, leaving the surface clear. "See how clarity comes naturally when you stop agitating the mind," he said. Maya nodded, her curiosity piqued. "But how do I stop my thoughts?" Mr. Patel smiled knowingly. "That's where faith comes in, the power of faith." He picked up a worn Bible from his shelf and opened it to Proverbs 3:5-6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding," he read aloud. "What does that have to do with my decision?" Maya asked. "Faith doesn't mean ignoring logic," he explained. "It means trusting that there's a plan bigger than your immediate understanding. You analyze what you can, then surrender the rest." He guided Maya through a breathing exercise, combining mindfulness with a prayer. "Lord, guide me to clarity." Each breath felt like a release, and Maya felt her mind quieting. After the exercise, she felt something she hadn't in weeks. "Peace, clarity emerges, Mr. Patel encouraged her to write down her thoughts, this time separating facts from fears. As she listed the pros and cons of her options, she noticed patterns she hadn't seen before. Faith gave her the courage to trust the process, while logic helped her organize her thoughts. By the time she left Mr. Patel's house, her confusion had lifted. She didn't have all the answers, but she felt confident in her next steps. As Maya walked home, the storm inside her had cleared, replaced by a calm resolve. She realized that clarity wasn't about having perfect answers. It was about finding peace in the process, trusting both her logic and a higher power. That night, Maya slept soundly for the first time in weeks, ready to face her decisions with faith and reason hand in hand.